Welcome back, everyone, and today I'm going to be going over my dividend income, those dividend payments I received in February of 2020. So as you can see here, my portfolio is currently sitting at $35,670. 3 consecutive down days because of this news of the coronavirus, but nothing too much to be worried about. I saw about a 4% drop in this portfolio, but that's for next week's update in the overall performance of the month. Today we're focusing on the dividend income I received in the month of February 2020. So I'm going to jump right into my dividend tracking spreadsheet I have. This is just a simple spreadsheet I made on Google Sheets, and I've made it myself. I didn't buy it from anyone. You don't need anything crazy to get this stuff done and built. You can build them yourself. It doesn't take too much time. And what I have here is just a calendar of each month and every single position I hold in my portfolio and the amount of dividends I received from each holding per month. So of course, a lot of my companies pay quarterly dividends, so I only receive the dividend every 3 months. And this is only the second month of the year, so that's why you see a lot of blanks here. Because these companies just haven't paid a dividend yet because they'll be paying in March. And for the monthly pairs, as you can see here, my large holding VDY is a monthly pair. So each month throughout the year, you're going to see a amount of dividend I received for VDY in every single month. So for the month of February 2020, a little small increase in dividends. I earned $108.12 in dividend income. I didn't work for this money and it came in completely passive. I did absolutely nothing but hold these dividend paying companies in my portfolio, and they rewarded me for holding them by paying me out a cash distribution. So each income I earned and each paycheck I earned comes in at different times throughout the month, but the consistent cash flow comes into my portfolio, and I will be expecting the same payments to come in for VDY every month. PPL is a monthly paying stock that I actually purchased in January, which is why I didn't receive the January dividend. My first payment was in February, and each and every single month I should be receiving this $4.62 for the rest of the year until next year when they raise their dividend, which I'm expecting they will, and that number will go up each and every month. Then down here I have 3 more quarterly paying dividends, which again, these same payments will be actually going up because Royal Bank increased their dividend this month, which I will talk about later on in the video. So in 3 months, the Royal Bank dividend is actually going to be increased. My next payment from them is going to be higher than what it is today. So to go through each one very quickly, VDY, which is a Canadian high dividend yield ETF, it pays monthly, has about around a 4% yield, paid me $36.74, and the current price of VDY is at around $36, and I have it set up on a drip, so it automatically repurchase another share. So the next month I'll have 1 extra share working, compounding, and pay me a little bit extra dividend next month. PPL, like I said, if you watch my what I purchased in February video, I purchased PPL in January, but I made it part of that episode because it was my first ever what did I purchase episode on this channel. Each month I'm going to be making new episodes talking about the purchases I made within the month, just to share with you my thoughts on what I'm adding to my portfolio. So PPL, it's a monthly payer, so instead of getting a larger payment every 3 months, I get a smaller one every single month. So they paid around $4.62. They have about a 5% yearly average on their dividend. Royal Bank is actually my largest holding for any individual stock. I have about a $5,000 market value of Royal Bank, and I own 45 shares. So Royal Bank pays out $1.05 per share every quarter, which they had just increased to $1.08 per share in the next following quarters. So for them, I received $47.27. Emera is a utility company. I received $11.03. And BMO Bank, another one of the big 5 banks in Canada, paid me $8.48. I have a smaller position in BMO, only about, I'm going to say a market value of around $900. I only own 8 shares. But again, nice to get those dividends coming in. So for the month of February 2020, my total dividend income was $108.12. I love that we saw a slight increase month over month, but we won't really get a good trend on how much I'm really increasing until 3 months from now, and I get to compare back to February because I want to see how much I've earned and the dividends have increased over the same companies that pay. Because these companies pay quarterly, it's very rough for me to compare them to January because I'm comparing them to different companies who pay different amounts, who have different strategies with their dividend, and who I'm holding for different reasons. So the best comparison is going to come in 3 months when these February companies that paid me this month pay me again for the second time this year. And I can compare if any companies have actually raised their dividend, if I've made any purchases that increase or added on to those companies that have led to an increase in dividends. So the great comparison is going to happen in 3 months when I can look back and see how much it's grown from 108 to whatever I receive in the future on that month. So we're just going to move on to my charts. So on my charts that I created here, I have a monthly dividend graph where it's just going to show the upward trend, hopefully, of my monthly dividends I receive. So for me, as you see here, in January, I earned $106.36. Then in February, the slight increase into $108.12. Nothing too drastic. Like I said, I'm still waiting 3 more months to get a true comparison on how much it's grown. But it's nice to see so far that for the first 2 months, I am averaging over $100 in dividends. So over time, once I collect more data, in a year, 2 years, this graph's going to look a lot better. It's going to look more detailed. You're going to see a lot more ups and downs and swings in my monthly dividends. But so far, considering I just started tracking them and started investing about 4 months ago and just made this channel in January dedicated to tracking my overall portfolio, this is what I have so far. So continue to watch, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in watching them grow, and over time, these monthly dividends will likely increase and compound into the future. Next graph I have here is my favorite graph. It shows the growth of my 12-month projected income. So what this is this is not the amount of money I've actually earned in dividends. This is from today, how much money I'm projected to earn in dividends over the next 12 months. So if I make a purchase in February, even though I won't have received that dividend, or I might be missing that dividend, have to wait 3 months for it, my projected dividend income goes up. Because once I made that purchase, over the next 12 months, I will receive, if it's a quarterly paying company, 4 payments from that company over 12 months, which increases my annual dividend projected income. So this is my favorite graph I have to keep track of. So at January 1st, 2020, my projected dividend income was $1,180. Then I made some purchases in the month of January. So by February 1st, my yearly projected dividend income went up to $1,238. And as you can see here, this steep increase over February, I made a lot of purchases, and my dividend income actually projected over the next 12 months is going to be $1,433.50. I'm going to go over now and what I actually purchased to increase that large jump. But that's about a $200 increase in my yearly dividend income in 1 month, which if you look down here, I have a comparison of what I purchased month over month. That is a 15.73% growth in my yearly income. This was really based on a lot of contributions. I did contribute a lot of my own capital into my portfolio this month and made a lot of purchases with that money, which is what really increased that yearly dividend income. But it's great to see now over time, month to month, I'm having nice gains in my yearly passive income where this is money that's growing and working hard for me that I actually don't have to show up to work for. So as you can see on the left here, I have my chart of my 12-month projected income, which is what I said, as the total at the bottom shows the $1,433.50. And this chart is very simple. All the ticker symbols of all the stocks I own and a couple baskets of ETFs that I will own in the future, how many shares I own, the annual dividend per share, then I have number of shares times annual dividend gives me the annual dividend for that ticker. All these added up equals $1,433.50 in annual dividends. So that means if I stop investing today, I don't contribute any money to my portfolio. And if any of these companies actually don't increase their dividend, which they all do, hopefully they all continue to do in the future, I will receive $1,433.50 in dividend income, which is mind-blowing for me. I just started this investing journey, and it's great to see how much money I'm averaging about $120 a month in dividends moving forward at 20 years old. And I just started, in my year-end goal, if I have the funds, if I can earn enough money from my working job to contribute to this portfolio, my goal is by the end of 2020 to have my 12-month projected income to be at $2,000. It's going to be a stretch. It's a very high goal. I am setting my goal very high, so even if I fail, I'm okay with that. I'm trying to get as close as possible to having my 12-month projected dividend income to be around $2,000 by the end of 2020. What led to this month's steep jump in my 12-month projected income that caused that $200 jump almost in projected income was all these factors right here. Royal Bank increased their annual dividend 12 cents a share. I own 45 shares, which led to an increase in my annual dividend income of $5.40. So for me, that saved me from contributing $100 plus into my portfolio. Royal Bank pays around a 4% dividend. So for me to earn that $5.40 into my portfolio by contributions, by working and adding money without this raise, it would have actually cost me around $120, $125 of contributions in order to get that same raise. But that's why I buy companies that increase their dividend each year. I'm earning more and more money each year from these companies without actually contributing into my portfolio. So it's a nice little raise by Royal Bank. It was about a 2.8% raise in their dividend, which doesn't sound great, but they actually increase their dividend twice a year. So they actually increase it every 6 months. So that's not their total annual raise for 2020. Another raise will be coming later on in the year. Another one of my holdings did increase their dividend as well. Bell BCE is a telecommunications company, increased their annual dividend 16 cents a share. I own 15 shares, which led to an increase of $2.40 in my annual dividend income. I made a large purchase this month. I actually invested about $2,300 and added to my TELUS position. TELUS took a slight dip, and I really liked the company long term, so I threw in a lot of capital, $2,300 worth. Annual dividend of $2.33 a share. I purchased 45 shares, increased my total annual dividend income by $104.85. Another purchase I made, this was a smaller purchase. I actually contributed around $1,000 into this. I purchased VRE, and if you watched my previous video about the stocks I purchased in February, you would have learned that VRE is a REIT ETF. Because I don't know too much about the REIT industry and how they're analyzed compared to stocks, I just chose to go with a low-cost ETF to diversify into that sector. So VRE pays an annual dividend of $1.08 a share. I purchased 27 shares, leading to a $29.16 increase in my yearly dividend income. I also made another decently sized purchase into Suncor. I actually started this position. Warren Buffett is actually a holder of Suncor, and I purchased it because it was a little bit of a downtrend, but overall in the long term, I think it's a great play. Has a very safe and sustainable 4% dividend with yearly dividend increases, and the dividend payout is actually very sustainable over the long term. So annual dividend of $1.86 per share. I own 27 shares, adding $50.22 to my yearly dividend income. And last and finally, this is actually my favorite part of all these different increases. This is my favorite one. My monthly paying ETF VDY, the high dividend yield ETF, actually dripped one extra share this month. Annual dividend per share is $1.40. That one extra share dripped equals $1.40 extra to my annual dividend income this month. So for me, VDY, the drip, is actually my favorite part because that is the work of compounding very easily shown and in display right there, because I did nothing. I received my dividend from VDY. I have a drip set up with my broker, so it automatically purchased another share, and I didn't do anything. I didn't have to actually put any orders in. It didn't have to pay any fees. It automatically dripped another share, leading to an increase in my annual dividend income without me doing anything. That's the power of compounding. And I know people think only it's $1.40. Like, what is that? Really, it may not be much, but it's a slow start to the snowball effect where over time, this $1.40 is going to turn into a $5 annual increase, then a 10, then a 15, then 20, and down the road, it's going to grow and grow and grow. And then 30 years from now, I'm going to see this large compounding effect work to my benefit. So for me, it was great to visualize that first start. It was the first drip, let it work month over month, and can see that dividend increase grow. So total for the month, my annual dividend projected income increased $193.43. So it was a great month. I really liked this month. Saw some dividend increases, saw some large purchases, saw some drips. I saw a bit of everything in this month. So it's great to see that dividend income shoot up. Over time, I continue to do this, and I really hope to hit my long-term goal at the end of this year of having my projected dividend income hit $2,000. Currently at $1,433, almost there. We'll continue to work for it each and every month. So as always, this was my dividend income report for February 2020. If you like this video, please actually hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. New videos every Monday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks.